Mr. President,
The Majority Leader.
is the Senate now on having quorum called?
It is.
Ask consent that be vitiated.
Without objection.
I move to proceed to calendar number 213. Yes, 1769.
Without objection, the clerk will report.
The Senator from Nevada, Mr. Reed, moves to proceed to S. 1769, a bill to put workers back on the job while rebuilding and modernizing America.
I have a cloture motion at the desk.
The clerk will report the motion.
Cloture motion. We undersigned senators, in accordance with provisions of Rule 22 of the Standing Rules of the Senate, hereby move to bring to a close the debate on the motion to proceed to calendar number 213, S. 1769, a bill to put workers back on the job while rebuilding and modernizing America, signed by 18 senators as follows. Reed of
President,
Nevada.
I ask unanimous consent that reading the names be waived.
Without objection.
I ask consent that the mandatory quorum under Rule 22 be waived.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I'm hopeful that we won't have to have a vote on this matter. This is to protect us so that if we can't work something out, that we will have a vote Thursday morning. I hope that we can work something out to have a vote on this most important measure, very important, a piece of legislation the entire population of America supports by a ratio of some 76%. Republicans support it, Democrats support it, Independents support it. The only people in the world that don't support it are the Republicans here in the Senate. So I hope that we can work something out and move to this. It would be unnecessary for us to have cloture invoked or try to have cloture invoked. I ask unanimous consent the Senate proceed to executive session to consider nominations numbered 412 and 414, that the nominations be confirmed en bloc. The motion to reconsider be considered made and laid on the table. There be no intervening action or debate. No further motions being ordered to any of the nominations. Any related statements be printed in the record. That the President be immediately notified of the Senate's action and the Senate then resume legislative session.
Without objection.
I ask consent that the Senate proceed S-Res 308.
The clerk will report.
S-Res 308, designating November 27, 2011 as Drive Safer Sunday.
Without objection, the Senate will proceed to the measure.
I ask unanimous consent the resolution be agreed to, the preamble be agreed to, the motion reconsidered be laid on the table.
Without objection.
I ask unanimous consent that when the Senate completes the business day, the Senate adjourn until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, November 2nd. That following the prayer and the pledge during proceedings be approved to date, that morning hour be deemed expired, the time for the two leaders be reserved for use later in the day. That following any leader remarks, the Senate be in a period of morning business for an hour. Senators permitted to speak for up to 10 minutes each, with the time equally divided and controlled between the leaders or the designees, with the majority controlling the first half and Republicans controlling the final half. Following morning business, Senate resumes consideration of the Rebuild America Jobs Act. We're going to come in, it's my understanding, Mr. President, at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. I filed cloture on the motion to proceed to the jobs bill. If no agreement is reached, this vote will be Thursday morning, as I have indicated. If there's no further business to come before the Senate, I ask that it adjourn under the previous order.
Without objection, the previous order is agreed to. Senate stands adjourned until 9:30 a.m. tomorrow.
So the Senate has gavelled out. Senators today approved fiscal 2012 spending covering agriculture,